Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Mano 777, and we're back inside of Destiny. Starting at this weekly reset on April 4th, the 390 light level version of the Vault of Glass will now be available, as well as the Vault of Glass will be in the featured raid playlist, with the challenges of the Templar and Atheon available. With the Age of Triumph have come a number of new mechanics that are now active in the Vault of Glass, and a number of changes that have changed from vanilla Destiny. So I'm going to be covering all those changes and strategy guides for you in this video. So if you like something in this video, a positive rating would be greatly appreciated. Hit that subscribe button for more Destiny content. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you found out. And if you need help on any of the raids, whether they be Crota, Vault of Glass, King's Fall, or the Wrath of the Machine, come check out my Twitch live streams. I bring people through the raids all the time, and we help you guys clear that so you can get that awesome loot. And with that, let's get started. Since I am making this video before the challenge modes are active, I'm only going to be covering the new mechanics and new things to look for in the Vault of Glass. I'll be going through each part of the raid step by step so you know of whatever changes you need to see and be aware of. First up, building the spire. Literally nothing has changed here. You basically have two people step on one plate one side, two people take one plate on another side, and two people take the plate by the door. Make sure that no minotaurs or other Vex get into that area, and raise the spire. Make sure you step on those platforms and make sure that you hold control of that. Literally nothing is different here, and these enemies will still be the lower light level because you still are in a public area on Venus when you go into that. The cheese to get inside the Vault of Glass with a sparrow, if you just go and take your sparrow up to the door and hop out to the left, you can still get through that if you want to check that out. The first minor change happens when you enter the vault. Looking for the first chest, what you need to do is follow the path to get the first ghost in the original Paradox mission in the Taken King. So if you go into this grassy area, which is actually underneath the walkway, you can actually go and find the new chest. It only had fragments from it from the old raids, but that's still a little change. Next up, we get into the Templar as well, and we cover over some changes that are here. Basically, the structure goes like this. You cannot shoot anything from up on top anymore. It will always bring you down to the lower area. So you can no longer do the wipe and snipe method that many people from year one have done. The safe spot above the Templar is a death zone or darkness zone, and it'll make your screen shake a bunch if you were not in there, and it'll tell you to turn back. Also, the room to the top left of the Templar is closed until you complete the Templar experience. The stone platforms on all the areas have been built up so you can no longer jump on them and use them as safe points in the raid. Some people used to just stand up there and just shoot from up above, but now that is no longer a possibility. For Conflux defense, which is the first phase, I would recommend doing what we pretty much did in year one, which is have two people on the right side, two people on the left side, two people in the middle at all times, defending against different Vex who are trying to get themselves to run into the Confluxes. Just knock them out really quickly. If you've got a sword, be wary of any of the fanatics that are going to be running up because they can still hit you with the green marked Vex energy, and if you need to cleanse yourself, you just go down into the bottom area, into the cleansing well, and you can get you taken care of there. Nothing really is different in the first phase with the Confluxes, but the oracles are significantly different. The oracles will now appear at a much faster rate and in higher numbers than they were before. There are now harpies and supplicants like there are in the boss of Atheon. So now there are going to be supplicants that are actually going to come in and explode. So you need to be watching out for that. And since there's no place for you to really jump up on, you are in a much worse place in terms of having to watch out for those guys because they can explode in your face and kill you very easily. Because of this, also, the phases will end faster due to the quickness of the oracles spawn time and the amount of oracles at a time. What my team did was we located a couple of different spots. For example, when you're facing the Templar and the door area, we essentially called the one that was closest to us 1, then 2, then 3, and then we would choose a side. So R1, R2, R3. So R3 is the one farthest in the back. That way you can communicate which one you are trying to kill or which one is active and you need help with. Swords are very good on this. Sleeper Simulant is really good. Shotguns are very good, as well as Outbreak Prime are also very good weapons because Outbreak Prime essentially has Oracle Disruptor on it. The Templar encounter has some significant changes. First of all, the Templar's oracles are red, like the ones that appear basically at the Atheon time gates when you're fighting Atheon. If you lose one oracle, you will wipe. Like before, you only had to kill one and then maybe you would cleanse yourself using the Aegis. The Aegis can no longer do that anymore. In addition, the Templar is now teleporting significantly faster, moving from spot to spot. You can see that he lights up a certain area, and to cancel that teleport, you have to have a person who is standing in that area. Most people think that the no teleport strategy is going to be the thing that is the Templar challenge mode. We did a very, very quick run of it, but that was on the lower level setting, so it will be interesting to see how teams fare when going up against 390 light level enemies. When traveling down to the exotic chests and all those other two paths that you have to get down to the Gorgons labyrinth, there was really no significant changes other than the fact that once you complete the Templar encounter, like I said before, the door on the left side of the map will open. The Gorgons labyrinth is unchanged as well. However, this is a great opportunity for you and your team to go through and kill all the Gorgons down in the labyrinth at the 390 light level area, because with that you will activate one of the nodes in the raid page of the Age of Triumph book. I'd highly recommend that you bring Sunbreakers with melting point or tethers. I would definitely recommend making sure you have a Raise Lighter or Dark Drinker sword, as well as some Celestial Nighthawk hunters that can easily take care of your Gorgons really quickly. Once you get to the jumping puzzle past the Gorgons labyrinth, there is a slight change where they basically try and corral you to go through the jumping puzzle itself. However, I was easily able to jump and go through the jumping puzzle just jumping on over. Most people go to the second block and then they just jump over if they're a Titan or if they're a hunter with Bones of Ao. Very easy to do, nothing crazy. When you get into the final boss room, there are a couple of changes to the Gatekeeper encounter as well as Atheon. So one thing to note, in the Gatekeeper encounter, the Gatekeeper will basically teleport as soon as you begin the encounter. It basically will teleport to the back of the map. Once you kill the Gatekeeper, an Aegis or a shield will drop down. That is a new mechanic. And one of the other new mechanics is when you go into the left and right portals. So for example, the past and the future versions of Venus, when you go through those to get the other shields to come out and combat those people who are trying to get to that conflux in the middle, you are going to have essentially darkness screens hit you right away. It used to be that once you killed the Gatekeeper that was inside those rooms, that's when the actual darkness would start to come. But I think the reason why they put that shield there from the original Gatekeeper that you get into in the throne room is that you are able to pick that up and cleanse people in case if they're having problems with that. It's still a pretty easy encounter, but we'll have to see what that is like at the 390 light level. The only thing that we found right now in the Atheon's encounter is that there are oracles that will appear faster, so it puts more of a damage wall in front of you, especially when you get teleported in. So that is everything that we know about the Vault of Glass 390 version and the changes that have happened. We will know more on Tuesday, and I will have a raid guide for you at that time when we know more about the actual challenges modes. But at least this gives you a heads up as you're going into the Vault of Glass. You know about some of the changes, you know about the spots you can't cheese anymore, and I hope this helps you in getting your first raid clears done on the Vault of Glass. And that brings us to the end of the video, folks. If you've got any questions, leave them down below in the comments section so I can answer them. Also, check out my Twitch and my Discord links that are down in the description box below. If you need a raid run, I'll be doing those raids in the Vault of Glass, and I'll also continue to be doing them on Crota throughout the week. I know some people are still needing some sword bearing done there, and as well as when King's Fall comes out, as well as Wrath of the Machine, the challenge mode comes there, we'll be helping people through there. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this helps you out, and I'll see you next time in the universe of Destiny.